All right. Hey, everybody. I think this will be a shorter recording. I just want to talk through the submission process and then take any questions after. So the instructions for submission are actually at the very bottom of phase one. No worries if you haven't seen it yet. And in the project submission and review, there are instructions on how to submit your project. And you got to do this in two main places. So first, the easier one probably is to submit your URL. Your GitHub repository URL, if you click into here, you just click start assignment and just paste your GitHub link. Hopefully you all have been committing to GitHub at least once so far, but submit your GitHub URL here, and then that will be done for this assignment. And then the other place that you have to submit stuff is under phase one project here, where you have the project prompt. If you click start assignment here, there are actually a few things that you have to submit. So you're going to actually be making 3 PDFs, one of your notebooks, one of your README, and one of your presentation. I know that's a little bit, that sounds like a lot, but that's how we grade, just based on PDFs. So in creating these PDFs, let me just do a quick example. Let me pull up a Jupyter notebook real quick. All right. So if you have your Jupyter notebook here, a couple ways that you can do this. Let's just use this one as an example. You can download this as a PDF versus via LaTeX. Oh no. Okay. I recently reconfigured my entire computer and I haven't installed everything, but if this doesn't work, so you all should be able to do this. Sorry, not as this, as PDF here. You all should be able to do this. If you don't, it actually says that you have to download a specific thing. So yeah, they're gonna have you download a specific thing. This is super embarrassing that this doesn't work right now, but if this doesn't work, you can also print this page. So I think if you do right click print on the page, take a look at the preview. This is what the preview looks like. I think slightly different for PCs, but there's something very similar. You can actually just export this as a PDF as well. Some people, if you're getting that same error, you can do this method as well. Let me actually reshare my screen so you can see. Okay, so now I have this PDF here. I know most of you are on PCs actually, but on a Mac, it'll look like this. And I can actually save this as a PDF file. So I can just say notebook 1. If you have multiple notebooks, you have to do this for each notebook. Save that. And then back on the phase one project, you'll just choose your file, choose the, wow, I have so many different things. Choose the notebook, save that there, and then do the same thing for your README. And so for your README, the way you do that, let's just use this as an example. Right click print. You have your README here, save that as well, attach that too. And then the last thing you're going to have to add to this submission is a PDF of your slides, of your non-technical presentation. So after those 3 things are done, you can just, you see how you can add another file there. You can submit your assignment and then you should be good to go. Oh, nice, cute. Okay, so in terms of when you have to submit everything, just the day before you schedule your project review. So you're presenting on Tuesday. So schedule your project review for any time between Wednesday and June 11th. Let me double check on that date on our homeroom. Yeah, anytime between then and June 11th. So let me know if there's no time that works for you. I'm willing for project reviews to do much later, maybe weekends as well. So just let me know and then we can set that up. And if you are presenting during the study group time, you only need half an hour. And if you are not, book a 45-minute slot with me. And if you're looking for the 45-minute slots on my booking link, it is this one. This is a 45-minute slot. Any questions regarding submission?
I had a quick question. So
Yeah.
I know it says like if you have like a messy or like a scrap notebook, if it's relevant to, you know,
Oh,
to
good
what
question.
you're doing, submit it. So should we do that in case for our review? That way we can say, well, in this messy one, this is, I mean, I'll explain why I did this in the clean one, but this is like me actually going through the steps in my messy one. Should we do
Oh,
that?
that's a good point. I would say for this PDF submission, you don't have to do your messy notebooks. I will also, forgot to say, but for your project review, you will actually be sharing your screen and going over your notebooks. This is just for me that after the fact, usually what I do is after you present to me your code, I will give one look through all of your clean code and make sure that all of that is in order. So I, a lot of times will still go back to your GitHub and like look at everything else. But what matters to me is that, and why the PDFs are there for me to make sure that the code is clean, that the README is correct, and the slides are fine. But if you have, if you have a scrap notebook, you might refer to it during our code review, but no need to turn that into a PDF.
Gotcha. Thanks.
You're welcome. Anything else? Cool. Well, that's all. I just really wanted to have this recorded so like for future reference for product submission. Future projects are going to be submitted the same way as well.
Um,
Oh, did I hear something from Amir? Okay, all good. Let me stop the recording here and then we can move on to talk about other questions.